Hello everybody, this is nuzcraft, and welcome to Nimbatus, the Space Drone Constructor. Special shout out to Stray Fawn Studios for getting me hooked up with a key to play this game before it hits early access. Much appreciated. This is my first look. I haven't played anything, so we're gonna try it out, see how it goes. Seems really cool. Alright, so let's jump into the tutorial and we'll see what this is all about. Basic movement. Use thrusters and fuel tanks to build a flying drone. Assign keys to control each part. Use the mouse wheel to rotate parts. Pilot your drone to the red beacons. Hint, you can open this window with the question mark key in the top left corner. Okay. So, we've got a drone core. Alright, so we've got thrusters that need fuel to work. We've got fuel tanks. Alright. Oh, this seems really cool. Alright, so we've got a thruster. We've got a second thruster. Let's do 3 thrusters. Let's throw some fuel tanks on here. Medium fuel tank. Tank full. Tank empty. Okay. So we can activate our thrusters. Oh, this is cool. Parts 5. We have parts with unsigned keys. Medium fuel tank. Alright, so let's activate this thruster with a with D. Okay. D. Alright. Oh man. Okay. This is cool. Okay, so we have 5 parts on there right now. So what if we do, let's see, delete. Okay, so what if we do 1 thruster here, 1 thruster here. We want to rotate it. We can use comma or period. Perfect. Alright, so then when we hit, we want to activate this one with D, we want to activate this one with W, activate this one with A, and we want to activate this one with S. Perfect. And then let's throw a fuel tank on here. Let's make it look pretty. Okay, so they can't, okay, so they go behind this thing. What is this thing? We're going to overlapping parts. Okay, so parts can't be overlapping. Alright, so this is just going to be simple. So this is just a simple drone. Look at this. We can drive it through space. We've got the ability to steer it wherever we want with just the WASD keys. Oh, this is cool. Tutorial accomplished. Alright. So let's check out Battle. So we know a little bit. Build a flying drone and add blasters and batteries. Destroy all green targets to finish this tutorial. Okay. Okay, so we've got new parts. So we've got fuel tanks with thrusters and batteries. These use 8 fuel per second. These hold 200 fuel. So I'm trying to think. We need... It's nice to have the ability to just fly wherever, but I think we're going to want to be able to turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a thruster here and a thruster here and a thruster here. Alright, and for this one, we're going to go with just a mouse. But for this one, we want to turn. We're going to turn with D, and then we're going to turn with A. We're going to see if this works out. What does it say? No fuel. Alright, so let's go ahead and add some fuel. Alright, and then we need some blasters. We're going to put the blasters... we're just going to put one blaster right at the front. We're going to add a battery. Alright, and then the blaster... rotation cursor. Okay, so we can... It'll rotate with the cursor, which is kind of nice. And then we're going to right-click. Attaching too many parts to a single part may cause instabilities. Make sure you use heavier parts like basic blocks as hubs. Okay, so let's delete this guy then. Move this guy back here. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so we need to shoot... Oh. So we don't turn very fast. And it doesn't really turn with the cursor. Okay, this control scheme does not work. We would need... Yeah, this is not quite there. We need a better control scheme than this. It's like we just need like tiny little thrusters for turning instead of these big ones. Alright, so we need to go up here. And this blaster is not very accurate. Alright. We're getting it though. Here we go. Tutorial accomplished. Alright, so let's look at advanced building. Connect parts together to build a drone big enough to touch all beacons at the same time. Hint, short connections are more stable than long ones. Don't link too many parts to a single light part. Use heavy parts as hubs, otherwise a drone might become unstable. Okay, so we can zoom out. We've got large blocks, basic blocks, fuel tanks, and thrusters. let's see. I need to be able to touch all of the targets. Okay. So let's do... just a block, plating, normal, heat resistant, cold resistant, normal. Normal, I think, is what we want. Heavy blocks out here. Basic blocks. Oh, so there we go. So you drag it on in order for it to actually connect. Okay, so we're gonna throw this connector up here. So we drag the little one to this one, and we drag it up here, and then another large block. Just like that. And then I think what we're going to want to do is kind of like connect these, maybe. I don't know if we can. Looks like they can only be connected one at a time. I kind of want to see what this thing does. Oh, it just sits there. Okay. So let's do this. That's kind of nice, actually. So when you're in this mode, and you've got a block clicked, you can use the scroll wheel to rotate it. That's really nice. Okay, so we've got all of these guys already set up. Let's go ahead and do this thing. So we can get it all set up. Okay. And then we'll just mark these on. We'll just do a WASD on these as well. So W D S yeah, this one needs to be S. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this thing can do. Alright, so we want to go... Oh, I didn't give it fuel. It's even telling me right here. Alright, let's try this. Let's see. There we go. Tutorial accomplished. That was definitely not the right way to do the thrusters, though. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay. Resource gathering. Use a resource tank combined with a resource collector part to gather resources. unload the full resource tanks into the container. Hint, in the game, the resources can be used to unlock exciting weapon upgrades. Okay. We've got Stadium resource tanks. We've got resource collectors. We've got batteries and thrusters. Okay, so let's start with I want to do double thruster here on the back. And I want to move them over with D. Do I want to do it with D? I want to move them with space. Space to go forward. And actually, let's see. Yeah, I want space to go forward. And then we can throw a thruster this way. Yeah, we can do that. To turn, with A and D. Yep, we'll see how that goes. Batteries, fuel tanks. We do need fuel tanks. Just throw one fuel tank, one battery. Alright, we need a Stadium resource tank. Perfect. Then we want a collector out in front. We can collect with this thing. Rotation cursor. We'll keep that fixed for now, I guess. That doesn't do anything. We can explode with the button. Alright, let's see how this does. Alright, so this is the stadium that we need to gather. Oh man, you guys, our turning method is not working out so well. Like, not at all. You guys, our turning method, I should have mapped the explosion. Okay, let's go back to the editor. Alright, so we need to be able to turn more, or we just don't worry about turning at all. I'm kind of leaning towards the not turning at all thing. We go back to the WASD. So this is a W. That's a D. That's an S. And then we just throw this on wherever. That's an A. Alright. It is a little bit unstable. Because it's unbalanced. That's interesting. So if we're going to do this, we need to balance it up. Alright. So we can probably throw this guy here, this guy here. We'll still map this to mouse, and then we should be good. Right? Oh, so this one works on the cursor. Oh, maybe it needs... I see. So last time we had it like right up against here. When it's right up against it, it couldn't actually rotate. Which is interesting. So let's make this one cursor as well. Alright, still not perfect, but look at that. Alright, let's get some more. This is definitely looking better than our first one. So now I'm all backward turn around. Alright, we're gonna go this way. There we go. There we go. Okay, back to menu. I really want to get a little bit better control scheme going. Alright, your keyboard and mouse is blocked. Build a completely self-flying drone which can activate all red beacons. Hit the button part. Simulates a virtual key press. Okay. Button activates the output key. Thruster needs fuel to work. Alright, what does it need to do? So as far as I know, it just needs to go straight. So what if we do this, and then do this? I guess. Not quite. There we go. Alright, sensor parts. Let's check that out. Build a drone which automatically detects targets. Destroy all targets to finish this tutorial. Hint. Sensors have different settings to adjust. Try them out and see what happens. Okay. So we've got a distance sensor which has a range of 10. We've got a medium battery. A basic laser. Needs energy to work. That's all we have. And let's see, what's the... Okay. Basic laser that needs energy to work. Okay, so I think we can put the distance sensor I think we can put the distance sensors out pretty wide. Detection, enemies, terrain. Terrain and enemies, own drone, sumo border, enemies. Let's do terrain and enemies. And this will output a detection event. Okay, so it's just going to measure out here. What if we put this laser right here? And we make this fixed, so this can shoot on D, and when this detects something, it will press D. Alright, what does this do? No, we gotta go out farther than that. Okay. We have to go out significantly farther than that, I think. Oh, maybe it needs... Hold on. Distance sensor. The laser needs energy to work. So we gotta get these farther out. But all I have terrain and enemies. Own drone. Oh. Sumo border, enemies. Own drone. Okay, so in this example, it has detected the own drone within its range. Okay. Let's try and do this. So let's take our battery out to the edge. Let's take our laser out to the edge of that. Right here. And let's take our sensor out to the edge as well. We'll say it needs to detect enemies. And when it detects an enemy, we'll press D. And this one will shoot when D is pressed. Still not far enough. Does this one come in closer? No, not particularly. But can do. Oh, this is gonna be cool. So let's take this whole thing. I'm gonna rotate it this way. I'm actually gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this guy too. I'm gonna throw another battery on here, like this, and then we're gonna throw a distance sensor on here. This is going to be on terrain and enemies. Or what is sumo border? We're going to do terrain and enemies. Then these guys are just going to be out here, just waiting in the wings. But, now that I think about it, I bet you this won't work because these guys have such bad accuracy. And our drone may, like, twist around or something. So that doesn't work on terrain and enemies. Drone, sumo border. What's sumo border? No. Distance sensor. Space. 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 Okay. Let's take this guy up here. Oh, hey. That's not bad. Except, what if that one blows up first? I see. So I can't sense this, but I can sense these guys. Alright, let's duplicate this. And duplicate it down here as well. Alright. I'm just gonna like constantly fire. As long as there's something within range. That's kinda cool. That's really cool actually. Tutorial accomplished. Alright, we've done the whole tutorial. Let's see what we can do. Start game. Early access version. We will continuously update and improve the game. You can participate by giving feedback, requesting features, and reporting bugs in our forums at strayfawnstudio.com. And we are in Nimbatus. Okay, so we need to go... We're going to visit Sikave. Oh wow, look at this. Here's the sumo arena. Alright, so we are in the Baninju Jehi system. We're going to Sikave. Select drone. Description. Planet's 560. Gravity is normal. Air resistance normal. Risk level is low. Mission: destroy the hives. This jungle planet is infested with bees. Reduce the amount of hives to keep their population in check. But don't think that they're going to make it easy for you. Prepare for heavy combat. Okay, so we need to create a new drone. Okay, so we've got all of these cool parts. Requirement: only one laser. Intercepted signal. Requirement: only one laser, no other weapons. Effect is mega laser. Okay. We've got thrusters, jump thrusters, dynamic thrusters. And small thrusters. Batteries, large batteries, super capacitors. Batteries with no recharge. We've got fuel tanks. Cooler, heater, small energy shield. Mechanical parts. Okay, so we've got a free hinge, motorized hinge, a decoupler, Is it decoupler? I guess it decouples. Springs, magnets, factory parts, weapons, spikes, saw blades, drills, TNT, basic blaster, basic rockets, burning laser, freezing laser, terraforming laser. We've got resource tanks and resource collectors, distance sensors, speed sensors, directional sensors, camera tracker, temperature sensors, altimeters, and then we've got a bunch of logic parts. We've got buttons, if gates, activates the output key if the input key is pressed, not gates, AND gates, OR gates, NAND gates, XOR gates, XNOR gates. We've got switches, off-on switches, logic connectors, logic splitters, impulse givers, long impulse givers. Oh man, this is cool. And we've got colored LEDs. Alright, so what do we want to do? Toggle center of mass, recenter camera, toggle part overlap detection, toggle tag bindings. Tobes TV, this looks sick. It looks super cool. We're just gonna try something super simple. We're gonna have one thruster here, big thruster, activates with space. We're gonna have, let's see, what are these jump thrusters? Dynamic thrusters. Start force is 30, max force is 30, force change per second is 10. Force is 30, force is 10. Alright, so we're going to do a really simple, just 4-directional drone that we control. Alright, so this one is W, this one is A, this one is D. Okay. We have no fuel, which is good to know, and actually we might have to take these kind of out. But let's go ahead and grab some fuel. Fuel amount's 20. We should only need one of those for our small, tiny little guy. And then the burning laser. What does this say? Actually, now that I think about it, long beam, long laser, energy upgrade. Shoot is moused. Let's take this for a test flight. Alright, so we should have some enemies in here sometime. Wow. So this laser is not very good, it appears. But let's try it out. So this is just a tiny little drone. We can get way more complicated than this. We're gonna call this Drone 1 Super Basic Drone. We can export drone to file, we can duplicate it, upload it, probably to Steam Workshop. Let's go. This is really cool. Alright, so we want to destroy hives. Why am I having so much trouble just going down? Is this a hive? Okay, yep, we gotta work on our control scheme. Okay, so like here's like resources that we can collect. Are these hives? Okay, so we're definitely going to want to make some changes, but we'll see what we can do to start with. Oh crap. So these guys really just concentrate on this one. Okay, so they blew off our fuel. Which means we can't go anywhere. And they're pretty strong. Okay, so we want to leave the planet. And we want to make a new drone. Okay, so how are we going to do this? This is our center. This is our drone core. This is the most important part. Okay, so we want to go... we want to build a little bit around the core, I think. What if we do... something like this. No, this is too much right here. Okay. We can do this. I think this is fine. But then what I want to do is work on getting, let's see, jump thruster. Charged thruster. Let's get some thrusters on here. Like 3 of them. And then let's put these smaller thrusters on here. Just like that. And I think we linked anything up. Turn off enemies. Alright, so we want these to go as like the spacebar. And this to be like A, yep, and this to be D. Okay. We need fuel. Fuel tanks. Okay, so these take 8 fuel per second or so. Let's just throw a medium fuel tank on here. Okay, so we definitely need more turning material. Alright, so instead of these pittances, let's do a jump thruster. Why not? Oh, that's kind of cool. So that's what a jump thruster is. I don't want that. Let's try dynamic thruster. Oh, it's not doing anything. Did I hook these up right? Oh, you can activate increase thrust and decrease thrust. I don't need that much dynamicism. I just want to be able to go, 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 go. So let's just throw this guy on there. Maybe a couple of them. Just so we can turn better. Maybe 3 of them again? Is that too much? Because if we want to turn, here, let's do another one. But let's do it at like this angle. It doesn't want to turn at all. Oh, but I see. This is like the center. Oh, okay, so if we go to center of mass is right here, then part of the issue is that we want to turn from outside the other side of the center of mass. Right? There we go. That's better. We are kind of running low on fuel. Does fill back up pretty quick though. Okay, so we should be good with this thing. This is a good start. Alright, so then we want maybe some weapons of some sort. I still have this only one laser, no other weapons. The burning laser didn't do that much. The terraforming laser, what is this? Rockets, blaster. Like, we throw this on there. We can shoot it with the mouse used to terraform planets. Short beam. Energy upgrade 1. We can rotate it with the cursor. We can shoot it with the mouse. We can throw a battery on here. Like this. And then what if we throw these right here just to kind of protect it? How does this thing fly? It doesn't fly too bad. But I think we can do something a little bit more. Let's get rid of these guys. And throw on this. We can cooler, heater. Small energy shield protects from enemy projectiles and lasers. This one does take energy though. That's okay. We can throw it right here. We'll throw another battery up here soon. We've got these resource tanks. So let's do one right here. We'll keep them back like this. And we'll link these guys up to, yeah, mouse 1, that's fine. So we can collect it, mouse 1, we'll make them fixed. Actually, we'll throw this little energy piece right here. And then we'll throw this guy right here. We'll say when he spots terrain, we'll use mouse 1. And then we can duplicate him. Right there. So then theoretically, alright, let's see how this goes. Save and exit. Okay, we're going to call this drone 2. Slightly less basic drone. Alright, so up here is what looks to be a giant station. never really thought about backing up. That could be an issue. I thought I put a red one on there, but that must be yellow. So I guess we're going to collect a lot of yellow stuff. Alright, so we collect this yellow. Then we can take it up into here. Look at that. We have collected some yellow. Alright. Wow, this does some damage. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's where the bad guys come from. Okay. Get some more of this yellow. Alright, so we can fly kind of around here. Can we destroy these? I don't know that we can. Okay, we lost our gun. Our one gun. Okay, we gotta go back. We gotta leave the planet. We can try again, though. Let's just try again. Not all creatures are aggressive by nature. Try to study their behavior. Oh, hold on. Leave planet. Edit. Edit. I wanted... Yeah. I wanted this to be a red one. And then we can throw... a battery on here. We can throw a collector. Here. And then a sensor here. There you go. Parts with unassigned keys. What has an unassigned key? Collect as mouse 1. Space, space, space. Mouse 1. That can be fixed. A, D. Terraforming laser is mouse 0. Oh, activate these. Shift. Why don't we throw a couple more of these? No, this should be fine. Okay. Alright, we should be able to take out this red now. There we go. Hold on, this side doesn't work. Oh, I bet you it's on enemies. But now we're totally full up on yellow. Oh, hey, Bug Sniper, how you doing? Let's try again. We also need to add a way to back up if we need to. So this is on enemies, we want it on terrain. And want a way to back up. Which might just mean adding a little thruster. Here to the front. Maybe like right here. Add a little one of these guys. And we can map these to... Let's see, we already have shift. We can do like control to back up. Awesome. Let's test it out actually. Okay, so we can go, we can turn, we can spin. If we need to back up, we can back up nice and slow. We can put up our shields, we can shoot. Perfect. Save and exit. Launch. Let's go hit up this planet. Maybe we can actually finish it this time. Okay. So we want to go through here. The first thing I want to try and do is gather up these resources. Alright, we want as much of this stuff as we can, I assume. Otherwise, then, what's the point? So let's go drop it off. Look at that, we see our red and our yellow moving up. Alright, we can back up just a smidge so that we can let this all come through. There we go. Now let's go drop this off. Now we need to go try and find and destroy 5 large hives. Alright, let's go this way. Alright, so we know that there's something. There we go, there's one large hive down. We got a second one. Not sure what this purple stuff is, but it's kind of cool. Like you shoot it, and it changes how the ground works. Alright. Oh, we might be stuck. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Alright. So then, if we remember correctly, there were some not so friendlies right over here. Oh, well, we lost our, man, these things are strong. Okay, so we lost our fuel. Let's just retry, actually. Let's try and go the other way. We're not going to worry about gathering materials right now. We're also not going to worry about the purple things. There, that's the button I was looking for. And when I said we weren't going to worry about gathering materials, I lied because I want this red stuff. We don't have a lot of it compared to like the yellow. Alright. Alright. Tobe says, can we turn up the music volume at all? Yeah, we can try and do that. Just give me a sec. There we go. We gotta take care of these little rascals. Alright, music volume. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Is this guy gonna be able to escape? I don't know. There we go. Alright, look at that. We got 4 out of 5. Maybe there's another one over here. Tobe says it sounds good. Wunderbar. Alright, so let's take this guy out too. Look at that. Destroy hives completed. We have cleared our first planet. This is as far as I'm aware. In terms of how this works. So we're going to go... we're going to go return this red. And kind of see what we do. Tobe says, how you liking it? I think it's pretty fun so far. I think building the drones could be so incredibly complex. Reminds me a lot of, like, when you get into really complex redstone in Minecraft, like the inclusion of like the different types of gates and all of the logic with like having these sensors. And so like these red bits are sensors that say, hey, if something comes within range here, do something else. That is just so cool. Just so incredibly cool. Nimbatus. Okay, so now we can leave the planet, I think. Mission, destroy hives. I guess maybe it didn't count if we did it like that. Some enemies can be crushed. Okay, no, we did destroy the hives. Okay, that's good. So we can... Here's back to Nimbatus. Huh, that's really interesting. So it seems like we've got the sumo arena. Tournament training. Oh, I see. You can do tournaments with your drones. See how they stack up. You can go to these different places. We're going to go to the Huxo and see what it looks like. So this is waiting to destroy snake eggs. A giant snake has laid a lot of eggs on the planet, reduce their amount to keep the natural balance intact. But watch out for the mama snake. So it seems like you can do a lot of cool stuff trying to build a better... It's basically about building a better drone. So I think it's going to be interesting to think a little bit harder about what the drone is supposed to do, how it can function. And, because this obviously isn't going to cut it, is it? Right? We need something with, like, lots of lasers and all kinds of stuff. Because theoretically, you could have sensors. The altitude is set as percent of the planet's radius. So like for this guy, you could set the altitude and tolerance, and when it's higher or lower it can do something specific. So it's like, oh, I only want to do this at high altitudes. Like, that's just so cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to messing around with this and seeing if we can figure out, can you have a big drone that detaches a smaller drone to gather materials, Tobes asked. Maybe, actually. Over here, we've got a decoupler. And it decouples at a key. So let's say the key is L. And here at L, how about this? Check this out. So we've got our thing, but if we press L, then this guy decouples, and then all of a sudden, he's all by himself. If we gave him, let's see, if we gave him some energy, and some fuel. Then he's all by himself. And I'm sure you could program him well enough that he could go gather things by himself. Man, now I'm like pushing like 8 different buttons. This is super cool. Definitely really cool. But I don't know how you would do the actual programming. Because if you look at the sensors, you can check distance, speed, direction, camera tracker. How does this thing work? Activate the camera tracker. Oh, it just sends the camera back that direction instead of wherever the keypad is or the mouse is. Centers the camera. But you could totally look at taking these different sensors like altimeter, distance, speed, direction, and then using this program something with all of these different gates to do something different. I don't know what though. I might have to look some up and maybe we can try some out next time. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. Thank you so much for watching. This was my first look at Nimbatus, or Nimbatus, however you want to say it. It's a really cool game, all about building drones, and it seems to me there's a lot of like really cool automation that you could put together with this. So definitely, if you get a chance, go check it out. It's available on Steam. They're entering early access October 3rd. Really cool stuff. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. This was nuzcraft, and we'll see you again next time. Hopefully we can fly some more cool drones. Alright. Take care. Bye-bye.